Okay, I'm going to make a lower calorie, high protein lasagna. It works in my mind. I'm hoping it works here. I'm trying to make a smaller version. And I don't know if it's going to work out. We'll see how many layers I end up with and if I have way too much stuff left over. So my plan is to use, so my Aldi's, the only place in town that I can find these are Egglife wraps. They had, I think, 3 flavors. Maybe they might have had a cinnamon one. I don't know. I don't remember. They had the garden salsa, which I used, was it last week, for Mexican something or other. I don't remember what I had, but I know it was Mexican with this. And I'm probably going to make my barbacoa this week. I've got a roast in the fridge. And so I'll probably use this for my shells again. And I'll leave you the macros on the roasted garlic and herb one. You get 2 wraps with 60 calories, 0 grams of fat, and 11 grams of protein per 2. So this is going to be pretty high protein. In here, I've got about 1 cup of the blended cottage cheese, 1 egg that I have not mixed yet. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper, Italian seasoning, a little parm, and was there something else? I don't remember. I don't think so. Okay. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, Italian seasoning. I think that was it. So, salt, about I don't want to add too much because Parmesan can be salty. So maybe about a half a teaspoon, because you can always add more. We just can't take it out. A little pepper, not the same. I'd say at least a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon. I forgot to put the thing back. I'm really good at that. And then some garlic powder. Obviously add what you like and don't, if your family hates garlic, don't add the garlic. Okay, so last week I was supposed to make this and I ran out of time with my life. But I had to cook I had already cooked up the turkey. So I froze it. And I pulled it out yesterday. Alright, so I've got my cottage cheese layer and it's got 1 cup in here. Okay, so I've got here, it was just ground turkey. It's a lean ground turkey, the marinara from Walmart that I get, and probably seasonings, and that's it. I feel like I'm going to have some left over. We'll see. So I've already taken 1 Egglife wrap and tore other pieces to kind of fit around it. I made this once for the youth. Oh, forgot the Parmesan cheese in here. And no one knew I used Egglife wraps. And I even used the plain Egglife wraps. And I think I can't remember if it was my crock pot recipe or not. I'm going to do close to a half a cup of parm. Okay, now I'm going to use this as like my scoop. I really don't, my plan last week was to make this into 6 servings and give my hubby at least 1 or 2 servings. Well, this week, I'm cleaning my grandmother's on Tuesday or Thursday. I'm not sure yet. So I'm probably going to make this for dinner tonight. And we'll have half tonight. And then I'll have 3 servings the rest of the week. Is the plan. Okay, my spray. And then a little bit of the sauce. I don't have enough things with me. Where's my mozzarella? So I bought a bag of mozzarella from Aldi when I went in and got all of this. And they had reduced fat cheddar and some reduced fat mozzarella. But, you know, shred your own. I think that's better. But, again, I'm trying to get this protein in, not overdo the calories. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of piece this together. You could, I saw someone take a little fancy cutter and cut their Egglife wraps into strips. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to tear. When I made it for the youth, I just made it fit. Okay, so now we're going to do, I don't remember the proper layer order, so if I do this out of order, then just you do the right order. So my goal is half of this. feel like that's going to be, I don't know. Well, you'll know because I'll let you know how good or bad it turned out and maybe tips for you to make it different. Now, I will say that the Egglife wraps are a little delicate. Like when I ate my taco with it, it did start to tear. So they are slightly delicate. They're definitely not like a regular lasagna where you can, although you can't just manhandle them. But anyway, have to be a little bit delicate with them. Okay. Obviously, you could use ricotta, but I am here trying to get the protein in. Okay. Nothing fancy. I don't think I'm going to be able to get as much of the sauce on here. We'll see. And I'll try and get the macros up. I feel like this might end up being way higher in protein than I am even imagining, with the Egglife wraps being so high. The cottage cheese, the parm, mozzarella, I think it's 8 grams per quarter cup, 6 grams per quarter cup. Oh, I forgot to make sure I add the mozzarella. This may work. I don't know. I've started doubting myself because we always make such big pans of lasagna. I didn't want a giant pan. Okay, so I'm making a mess. This is what I have. I just have a little sauce, Egglife wraps, cottage cheese, parm, seasonings, and egg, meat, and then now I'm going to break my own rule and I'm going to eyeball it because I don't have anything else to measure out here. And I put the scale away, didn't even think. So I'm going to try to guess close to 1/4 of a cup. And now if you do fat-free, I recommend for better melt that you rinse it, which sounds weird, and then you squeeze the liquid out. I've only done that a couple times. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. I'm going to do another layer of Egglife wraps. And again, I've got the garlic herb, just to hopefully give it a little bit of flavor. And then I'm just kind of trying to tear these to make it a whole sheet of the Egglife wrap in here. And they tear very nicely. And of course, you could cut into strips. But will you look up like the final layers of lasagna? Like, I know the top one is cheese. I don't remember like what. Okay, so now I've got a layer of the Egglife wraps. I'm going to do the final bit of the cottage cheese. I'm going to try to be really careful on the edges to try to get it to the edge and then spread in, because there's so many pieces that I've torn, they're going to move. I may be shy of what I really need for the cottage cheese layer. Okay. I have no place to put things. I wish I could fast forward this part on this video so you wouldn't just watch me do this. Like, do I need to put a layer of the Egglife wrap and then the cheese? Like, so do I need another layer on here or not? You're not really helping me out. I wish if I had somebody watching live that would tell me, that would be great. I don't know how to top lasagna. You would think that there's something I would remember, but I do not. I can't remember if I need one more layer of this and then sauce and cheese or not. Okay, so I'm just going to fix this just for a second and then we'll add more sauce. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add the parm on this layer, or the mozzarella. And I am not a cheese person. I'm very picky on my cheese. when I was vegan for a few years, many years ago, I didn't miss a whole lot of cheese. So if you're a cheesy person and you don't really care about, you know, a few extra calories, then have all the cheese. Okay. I don't think I'm going to have enough for another layer of sauce. So I think I'm going to stop. I think I'm going to do sauce. I don't know. I do not have enough for another layer. So that is for sure true. Guess I should have kept my spatula. I need a little, okay, I can't see that far away. Gross. Sauce and cheese to end. Well, okay, well, I guess I'm going to end here with cheese on top of this. Grab my spatula. Okay. And thank you very much, Lori. You would have thought I would have looked this up. I've just been trying to get this video made. My daughter was doing some more with the Ninja Creamy. And since she's eating, you know, differently, she actually used the swirl with some store-bought ice cream, which I could get the Carb Smart ice cream and make, you make soft serve with it, which I think that's what she did. But again, I have that stinking sensitive stomach, and I don't even think I can eat a full, actual, true serving of the Carb Smart without it making me sick. Okay, so I think I'm going to add a little cheese because I'm out of sauce, so I'm done. And this is turning out how I was hoping it would. I'm so happy. I started truly second guessing myself and thinking that I was going to have either way too much or not enough, and I think it's going to be perfect. But when you make this however your family will eat it. My nose is itchy. Got sauce on my hands. Okay. So I feel like I probably will end up with a good cup to cup and a half of the mozzarella. And I'm really hoping I can make this into at least 6 servings is my goal. And I feel like the ground turkey that was lean. It's hard for me to see from back here. Oh, I appreciate that, Lori. I forgot what I was saying. Okay, the lean ground turkey, the cottage cheese, parm is, again, I'm not a calorie counter. I just want to be calorie aware, if that makes sense. 1 ounce. 5 servings in here, so I definitely haven't used half of the container. And this is low, I don't know. It's 80 calories and 6 grams of fat for a quarter of a cup. And I'm trying not to go too crazy on the cheese. Again, I'm not a cheese person, so that makes it easy for me. And then maybe a sprinkle of the Italian seasoning. I really feel like this is going to be an easy meal prep. So my plan is, I meant to already have the oven on, but I forgot, and I hit start on the video or go live, so I didn't get the oven going. So I truly feel with the macros that I'm going to be generous. I'm going to say I used 2.5 servings, but I really don't think I did with this. And I'll say I did 1.5 cups of the mozzarella. But I feel compared to even the recipes on my blog, which I try to kind of be calorie aware, I feel like this is really going to be a nice, lean, but yet comfort food type of a meal or meal prep. Because I am using it more for a dinner tonight, and then the leftovers are mine for the week, unless my husband wants some. Okay, so I probably will not come back live because it will be dark by the time we eat this, most likely, but I'll try and get pictures and show you. And then I'm assuming my son is going to eat this, but not my daughter. No tomatoes, no garlic, no onions, none of that. I think she turned out pretty. Maybe not perfect, but I am not perfect in any way, shape, or form. There is nothing perfect about my life, nor my videos. And if anyone ever thinks that anything I do is AI, except for helping me write things, you can just hold my pictures. They are very imperfect. I was on a blog. I'm going to finish with this. I'm sure you do not care. With AI taking over so much, I was on a food blog thing on Facebook, and someone said, well, I guess now my crappy pictures can show that it's not AI. And I thought that was hilarious, just because I kind of feel the same. Like, I make the food, take the pictures, serve the food to my family. There's no days of practicing and lighting, and it literally is real life. Get the picture made. I mean, you could tell from the snack I made earlier. That was terrible, but I just want to give you ideas. Like, I don't know. You're never going to get perfect from me, and that is it. I've got one more recipe I'm going to try and make. It's my deviled egg dip, which I love, 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 love it so much. But I need to get this cleaned up, and I'll be back hopefully in less than 10 minutes. Hope you're having a great Saturday or Sunday. We had a kind of a bad one because the Cowboys lost, but it was expected. Terrible season. That is it. If you have any thoughts on this or anything, feel free to comment. Or any ideas for meal prep next week. I'm thinking of doing, I've got 2 ideas. Mexican, like enchilada type bowls, or with the real good chicken nuggets, making like a fried rice meal prep with that. But that is it. I'll be back in a minute. But thanks for watching again. Comments or how I can make this better. I am open. I am no Italian by any means. Bye.